I think this is my, yeah. Look at John not missing turns. Oh, there's no outlet that way, so I guess it would have been, I don't know. That would have been hard to miss. So, although I gave myself a pat on the back, I probably really didn't deserve it too much. Man, it feels good to know that to see a landmark when you're on a new journey like this. Because you know you're going to a place you've never been before, and you have mapped it out. You have an idea what it's going to look like to get there. But while you're on that road, you're not sure. And I don't have my Cardo headpiece that I got from Yami Noob and being a part of that motorcycle community. I don't have that in right now or on. So it's not barking at me and telling me that I'm going the right way or the wrong way. Seeing that landmark, knowing that I hit the right road, the name of it I memorized, and knowing that I got here, yeah, I don't know, it just it feels good. And you can go through a lot of motions in life where you kind of are always in charted territory. You're repetitively doing the same stuff you've been doing for a while, and it kind of might drive you a little crazy after a while. So my encouragement to you would be to keep working hard, do what you're doing well, and maybe find something new to do, whether it's a new job or a new hobby, or establish newness in your relationships. That's a big one. Here's a little sermon inside of a sermon for you. This is not a sermon, but this is an extra thought inside of a Motovlog. This is from following Mark Driscoll and his wife. They do a lot of marriage ministry stuff. He said that there's a heck of a lot of people that need a new marriage, and they make the mistake of believing that they need a new spouse, and that's not true. You can have... Is this my turn? I think... No, I don't need this one. I need another one. I'll go straight here. Although that looks like a pretty road to ride on. A lot of people think they need a new marriage, and they're right, but they don't need a new spouse. You can have a new marriage with the same spouse. And I thought that was interesting. I thought that was good. So if everything feels old and humdrum, maybe one thing that can change is just the relationships that you currently have with the people that you know and care about in your life. Maybe there's a friend that you need to go deeper with or reconnect with. Those are things to do. And I talked back there about how it kind of uplifted my soul a little bit, and it helped me to see a landmark that helped me know that I was on the right track. It's good to have those in general in life too, because what we're doing is every year we're becoming an age we've never been before. There's a little bit of debris in the road here that I just ran over. So again, just got to be careful, especially when the bike's leaned over, that you might lose traction. You don't want to do that. A little bit of water here. Oh man, this is good riding here. We're all an age we've never been before, and when you live that year out, you're going into uncharted territory. There's some deer there. Good morning, fellas. And an abandoned property, it looks like. It is uncharted territory, and even if you have spiritually had a sense that you've lived for a long time, knowing what you're about and who you are and how life with God or whatever religion you are, what that life looks like, at least from what I've found, you don't necessarily know what the next year is going to look like, because if you just keep up the same routines, like maybe if you had a really good spiritual experience or period in your life in your 20s, if you just keep living like that's it, and then you carry that into your 30s and your 40s, at some point the well's going to run dry, and you're going to have to find some other way to stay spiritually healthy and with it. And I'm not telling you to get a motorcycle, but what I am telling you to do is reassess, because you might have figured out how to really well be a teenager or a 20-year-old, but trust me when I say that you probably don't know exactly how to be great in the next section of life that you're going to walk through. And you need to have some signposts. You need to have some goals that really make sense, that are good goals, that are going to help you and feed you. And then you need to look for those signposts to let you know that you're on your way. And I am hoping I see the name of this road, and I don't, but we're going to roll then. I think we're doing it fine. We're approaching the point of this county. Oh yeah, we're on the right track. That's Sandy Cove. If you're a Christian in this area, you might have heard about retreats that are there, and that's where that is. And I actually live pretty close to it now. Chasing the sunrise and inviting it to join us today. It's pretty cloudy, so I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but it might be good for the soul to see. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy praise. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I come. And I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God, he to rescue me from danger interpose his precious blood. How does the last verse of Come Thou Fount start? I forget it. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it. Seal it for thy courts above. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it. Seal it for thy courts above. I'm not sure if I'll leave that in. It might be awkward, sorry, but it's something I like to do, is sing it on the bike sometimes. That was Boy Scout Road we just passed. I imagine that's where some Boy Scouts go off the beaten paved trail and do Boy Scout things, which is pretty cool. And man, this is some good riding this morning. I'm thankful for it. I hope you appreciate me kind of inviting you into a look of like what this motorcycle ride looks like. This is a good road and I'm enjoying it. I think what I'll do on the way back is just not share this with anybody else, but just to do a ride listening to some music and doing more of that, praying and singing and kind of awaking my soul. I don't know, it feels right to do on a Sunday morning like this before I head off to church. You know, we all are going to worship something, and how big that thing is going to kind of determine it's going to limit us as people. So if you worship money, a lot of times people that worship money end up fearing not having enough, and people will they end up talking to other people, and they're like, wait a second, you fear not having enough money? You have $5 billion. And then it's just like this unquenchable thirst, this unquenchable need or fear when you worship something that's not God, when you pursue an idol. And that's really what an idol is. It's not an evil thing. Idols are not bad, evil things. Here's a North Bay retreat here. Idols are the best things in life. Idols are things like motorcycle riding. Like I've said nothing but good things about motorcycle riding, and it's awesome. But you know, there's a deer right there. But motorcycling can't be the biggest thing, because if it is, it's going to consume me. I'm going to ride and buy more expensive bikes and go down and fall and want to ride again. And it's ultimately something, because my goal is to live to a point age-wise and physically where I'm not able to physically ride anymore. Hopefully I don't die before then, and hopefully that doesn't happen prematurely because I ride too hard and get myself injured. But yeah, my goal is to be an old man. I want to live that life and experience that. I think this is where I'm going, and I hope this isn't closed. But motorcycles is something I want to enjoy, and I want it to be a good, big part of my life, but it's not going to be what I worship, and it's not going to be ultimate in my life, and that's something that I have to work on every day, because something might slip in where it becomes that way for me, and that is not the goal at all. Alright, we are getting in here into the woods and in towards the end of our journey. I'm going to downshift as I climb this hill. Be aware of traction as I am leaning the bike over uphill in a turn. A lot of potential to lose traction here. Oh man, but feels good. Feels good. When you enjoy something just the right amount, man, that's what God wants you to do. And man, maybe that's a good thing to say. Like, Christians are killjoys, and they're lame, and they're if you just do everything that they tell you to do, man, your life's probably going to stink. And I say that even talking about myself. But they're going to give you a framework. Or I guess when I say Christians, like, you know, I'm not trying to like paint it with a broad brush and talk negatively about everybody. But listen, if you find a group of 100 Christians, you know what I'm talking about. They're going to tell you what you shouldn't do, what's bad for you, the things you need to be afraid of and watch out for. And I think we as people need to be less of a community of fear and discipline, although those things are good. Like, not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, we need a good, healthy sense of fear and discipline in our lives, but man, love and freedom and joy, like, the Bible talks about those things. And are we as a kid? Oh, there's the beauty right there. Look at that. That's the bay, the Chesapeake Bay. Well, I'm thinking of George Costanza's dad. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man. And you know, one funny thing about motorcycle riding is, like, after you're in the saddle for a while, I think I experienced something like what runners might call a runner's high, where I just do start getting a little bit loopy, and but I like it. You know, it's in a good way, and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm hopefully continuing to be safe. It is a little bit like a drug, but man, yeah, like joy and freedom and those things, like, Christians have a good framework for it, but I think we can get caught up a little too much and hung up. Man, God has blessed these people that live in these houses that get to wake up to this every day. Man, that's so cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so Christians know how to not ruin their life by you know, serving idols and going crazy, but do we fully know how to... Be careful with the cyclist here, just in case cars come, but they haven't, so we're good. Do we fully know how to really enjoy and tap into the things God has for us and wants us to experience? I know there's a lot of my friends and family members and people who are like, you know, John, what? You want to ride a motorcycle? You want to die? Why do you want to die, John? And part of me, never mind. I don't want to die. The Bible does say some stuff about dying to yourself and crucifying yourself daily. Man, look at these. Oh, goodness. No outlet. That's what I want. I think I want to go to the end of the road. Pursuing beauty is a theme in life, especially for men, I think. Oh, okay. All right. This is where I want to go. Okay, I gotta really stay on alert here. I'm in second gear. I got loose gravel, and this is some exciting riding for a sport bike. I don't have knobby tires, and traction is gonna be a little bit loose. Oh man, this is my destination, guys. Yep, this is it. A little bit of fun there. I knew that was coming, and I did get there. I did see it when it happened. It just happened very abruptly. I guess they don't give those warnings to motorcyclists because they assume everybody's going to be on a car. And I didn't need a warning. It was fine enough time. I have these. I have a kickstand plate that I could use, but that looks pretty solid. I don't think my bike's going to fall over. Looks like we're the only ones here. I don't know. I see a truck. All right, that is a cliff. I don't want to fall down. Okay, there's a hike to a there is a hike to a lighthouse, and I don't think I'm going to go all the way there, but what I was hoping for was to see the sunrise this morning. And I don't know if we're going to get there. We'll see. Read all the signs. Cliffs are hazardous. Don't die. Don't die. Don't drink. Pets stay on leashes. And there's a gift shop. I think this might be the place at the end of the vlog right here. With a moment of quiet. So this one's been a little bit different, but good. I talked about spirituality. It's important to me. I think it should be important to you. Who you are under the sun, under our Creator, what you're connected to that was here before your birthday, before you were 0 years old, and what you want to be connected to eternally after your body is dead. Stuff to think about. I encourage you to think about the person of Jesus Christ. My life seems to make more sense to me because of who He is, and it's a journey worth walking, and I encourage you to walk. And I hope that doesn't sound disrespectful to anyone that doesn't ascribe to my beliefs. I want to respect and honor you as a person and your views, your traditions, your family, your people. If your religion is deeply rooted in your ethnicity, but you have to choose the way you're going to walk. And for me, Christianity, I believe, is the way, and I would encourage other people to look into it as well and find joy. All right, I'm going to continue to quiet myself and listen to these birds and have a moment of zen to myself and just be thankful for where I'm at and think about some things. So thanks for joining me, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, hey, God bless.